Hey guys.
Oh my god, what's up? We have so much to talk about this week. There was some major celeb backlash and clapbacks.
There was a nude photo leak, well, kind of.
Oh yeah, and we've got all 4 of Taylor's diaries.
Yep, we're here to save you time and give you all the week's news in one place. Here on the Celebrity Lowdown. Hey guys, I'm Sussan Mourad.
And I'm Emile Ennis Jr. We have a lot to talk about, Susan.
We do. We've got some of your fan questions we're answering later, but we've also got these pumpkin spice lattes.
I got an iced one. We've never had them before, but fall's back and pumpkin spice is back, so
we're gonna give them a...
Yeah, try it for the first time. Cheers.
Oh, cheers. Ooh.
Oh, it's very sweet.
It's so good, but let's get into the tea, shall we?
Yes, Taylor had a big week.
Man, she had a big week. So she opened up the VMAs looking bomb. She also took home music video of the year, which was incredible. She also called on the White House to respond to her
Equality Act petition.
They responded. It wasn't really a response. But before we get into any of that, we've got something here. I don't know if you guys can see, but we've got all 4 of Taylor's deluxe
4.
donuts. We did that for you guys. We went and scoured every single Target to get all 4.
Spent our hard-earned money, or the company's money at least.
Yeah, and so we're gonna read you some of our favorite excerpts. I'm gonna start with version 1.
Yeah, do one.
Version 1, January 25, 2014. The Grammys are tomorrow. Never have I felt so good about our chances. Never have I wanted something as badly as I want to hear them say, Red is Album of the Year. Oh, and she didn't win Album of the Year that year. But things got better after that.
They did. Wait, okay. Where's my favorite? I have it marked in volume 2. Oh, okay. So she starts off by saying, this is December 27th, 2006, when she was 17 years old. So I got to check off my first life goal today. My album sold 61,000 copies last week. And then at the end, though, this is where the tea happens. She says, and my album's about to go gold. Haven't kissed a boy in 209 days. I love that she's counting the days.
Oh man, how relatable is that? That was when she was like 17.
Yeah.
That is like exactly what you would write in your diary.
I mean, I wouldn't, but
I think I still write those sort of things in my diary.
We need to talk, Susan.
But let's move on to the next story.
Oh, so here's the thing, guys. We said on our Insta story on Clevver. If you don't follow Clevver on Instagram, follow @Clevver. It's super simple.
Yes.
But we posted an Insta story. I can't talk. Posted an Insta story where we said if you want to be included in the show, literally tag us in Insta story and ask us a question. So
any question you want about pop culture.
We have our first question.
We do. P.S. Before we move on to that, we want you to keep doing that. So even while you're watching the show right now, go onto Instagram stories, tag @Clevver for your chance to be featured in the show, like this person right here.
Yes.
Hey Clevver, my pop culture question is, where is Amanda Bynes now? What's she doing?
Wow, that is a throwback. Yeah. Amanda Bynes, you really dug into the archives for that reference. How is Amanda doing these days?
So Amanda, well, last year in November, she did a cover for Paper magazine.
Oh, I remember that.
She was looking beautiful, very like grown up, and she basically was talking about her recovery and wanting to make a comeback to acting, and also she was studying fashion. Shortly after that, in December, she graduated from FIDM, which is the fashion school. However, then by January, there were reports that she had apparently relapsed and gone back into rehab because of all the pressure again. But since then, she's come out. Apparently, the reports are that she's doing really well. And then in June this year, that was the last time she posted to social media. On Twitter, she posted a picture of her graduation where she was like graduating from college. So she was happy about that. So that's kind of where she's at right now. I guess we'll just wait and see if she does come back to acting.
Wait and see. But we have to talk about the YouTubers at the VMAs for a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Because there were a lot there.
There was a lot there. The VMAs happened this week. I mean, you would have seen we had plenty of coverage here on Clevver News, also on Clevver Style. And some of our favorite beauty YouTubers were all there, killing the carpet.
Tana was there for the second time, and she had a snake around her, which was very Britney Spears.
Very Britney Spears.
James Charles was there. Some people were saying, actually, people had a lot to say about his look, which we'll talk about in a sec. But people had things to say.
And Nikita Dragun.
Yeah. And
Mother of drama.
She literally had guys on leashes, and people were giving backlash. So you can watch DHR, you can watch Newsfeed, and hear what we had to say about that. But one thing, Susan, I saw in the comments on Twitter, not just in our stories, was people were saying that they didn't understand why YouTubers were there, and I'm like, YouTubers are celebrities now. Like,
oh God, they are.
Like, they're trending all the time. people know who they are. They have huge followings. Like, I don't think you can look at just a traditional TV star or movie star as a celeb now, or a model. Like, I think YouTubers are celebs in their own right.
Absolutely. It's like TV, you know, when people say, what TV show is it on? We're on Clevver News and we're on YouTube. YouTube's bigger than TV.
Where was our invite to the VMAs?
Yeah, so where was our invite to the VMAs? Honestly, but yeah, so this whole like world of if someone's on YouTube or if it's a social media star, it's almost considered like it's not good enough. Which I disagree with that. Times have changed. Catch up, move on, because I mean, people have their own. If they're invited, they've got a right to be there.
Yeah.
So where's our invite at? Hey,
still waiting.
MTV.
Still waiting, but people are talking about that all over Twitter.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, Hunter is our Twitter expert here. He does like all of our tweets. And
our Twitter hound.
Yes, he does our research. So we're gonna bring Hunter in right now so he can tell us everything that happened on Twitter this week.
Come on in, Hunter.
Join the couch.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
Of course.
We got Hunter
Got a
pumpkin
PSL
spice
myself.
latte too.
Oh yeah, we did. Where's the? What's happening on Twitter this week?
A lot is happening. We got a lot of VMA content, you know? A lot of it we talked about already. Something that I wanted to bring up though, one of my favorite things I saw this week, Cupcake. Rapper, don't know if you guys know her.
I love Cupcake.
She has hits like Squidward's Nose. She kind of poked fun at James Charles and his look at the VMAs. She tweeted a photo of him along with something along the lines of, Pink looks just like Katy Perry in this photo. So like basically calling him Pink and Katy Perry. Hilarious. It really got me. I think she was just poking fun, you know?
Yeah.
It was meant in like good humor. And people loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
What else happened?
Let's see. So, what can be said about the Shawn Mendes avocado picture that we saw? I think he really just took one look at Queer Eye and said, Anthony, you need to hold the F up. You know?
Oh my god.
And you know what? He's right. He's
Yes.
right. He pulls that avocado off.
Yeah.
He does. I can never look at an avocado the same way ever
I know,
again
it was
after seeing that. I was just like,
It was a thirst trap. Yeah.
okay, what else?
Yeah, so they're gonna do a biopic of the creation of Flaming Hot Cheetos, and who is attached to it
Wait,
again?
pause. What?
Is it?
Yes, so
Eva
it's
Longoria?
actually yes, Eva Longoria.
something
You're right.
about this.
Yeah, so it's actually a really interesting story how this happened. A janitor who worked at like the Cheetos factory or what I don't know, wherever they make Cheetos. I guess you get like a free unlimited supply of these Cheetos. He would bring them home, he'd put some like spices, some chili, whatever on it. One day when he was cleaning, he left it on somebody's desk. One of the bosses like tried one and called him in and was like, you need to give me the recipe to this. So this guy really went from like rags to riches. It's gonna be a really interesting story.
Hallelujah.
Interesting.
Praise
I do
God
love
for
Flaming
that.
Hot Cheetos. Oh, we should have brought Flaming Hot
Right.
Cheetos here today.
Maybe
Why did you bring up
that's
Flaming
next
Hot Cheetos?
Because with the pumpkin, gross.
Oh,
no.
I can have hot Cheetos with anything. Maybe that should be what we do next week. Let us know if you want us to do.
Wait a minute. I'm not trying to have massive blowout. Wait, hold on.
I'm down for it. You know how much I love my food from last week's episode.
What
So,
they
one more.
What they
more
should
story.
do is make a pumpkin spice Cheeto.
I'm down.
Oh.
That seems like the next logical step of things, right?
Yes.
I'm down. Okay, you got one more story for us, Hunter.
Yes, I know you guys have seen because we all did this together. Lizzo put out this quiz,
Yeah.
and you can tell how much percent. Can we say it?
We'll take you
are?
out.
Good. What percent you are, and I think it's really fun. I did not get a passing grade. I got a 59. I think you both did better though,
What did you
right?
get, Susan?
I got 79%, y'all.
Wait, how did you get 79? Wait, what was
Because
my
I'm
score?
100%.
What was
got
your
like-
score?
I got like 74 or 76. Wait,
Yeah, I
you're
was in
more
the
of that
70s.
than me?
Why are you surprised?
Look at
no,
her sweater.
surprised?
no, the test is rigged.
No,
it
it's
is
not.
rigged.
Cheesy.
You know what? It's linked to your Spotify too, so I don't know if they're like looking at your music tastes.
Well, I
or
listen to a lot of
anything.
gospel music, so maybe that's why.
No, excuses. Just let.
I was in the 70s. Yeah, hold up.
Okay, now I'm offended.
I'm
I was
actually
only
being
59.
I'm actually a little bit afraid of Emile. I might need you to sit between us, Hunter. I'm not sure.
We'll be fine.
He's
Thank you,
very
Hunter.
aggressive
Thank you for the
today.
Twitter recap.
It was so
Thank you
happy
so
to be here.
much.
Have to
Yeah.
win Susan back
PSL.
over. She's afraid of me.
So mean to me.
I don't know if you guys can see Susan's sweatshirt today.
Yeah,
But it's
Ari.
Ari. And Ariana
Keeping
Grande.
me warm. She's keeping me warm, and she was feeling.
She
very
was
warm.
definitely warm this week. She literally almost fainted in Paris. It was so hot there, and she was saying that like fans in the audience and people backstage, her dancers were all struggling to the point where the next night they actually had to provide her and her mom got Pedialyte for everyone. Now I can't talk. So now I'm not that. So they bought Pedialyte and like water for people in the audience, which I thought was so sweet.
Speaking of Ari, someone else who is also very close to Ari is Demi Lovato.
Oh yeah.
So Demi Lovato this week, she's had a really big week. As you know, she celebrated her birthday last week. And this week there was a lot of confusion as to why she wasn't at the VMAs.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily with Demi and her fans that keep up to date with everything she's doing, but a lot of, I guess, other people thought that she wasn't at the VMAs.
Yeah.
Because she was in some way shading or dissing Taylor Swift, because, you know, Taylor and Scooter have the beef and she's represented by Scooter and she supports him. Anyway, she put that to bed and she basically took to her Instagram stories and said, maybe not being at the VMAs had nothing to do with me shading anyone. I'm out here living my best life, living my dream, and I'm gonna be on Will and Grace.
Which
Hello!
I'm so excited for.
So excited.
I'm like, anyway, moving on. Billie Eilish. So, obviously, we have a lot of VMAs news this week. She won so many awards at the VMAs.
3.
And she actually slept through the awards. And, like, it wasn't any shade or anything. She's on tour in Russia right now. And she was sleeping when it happened. But also, what else happened this week is Billie Eilish literally... She went to number 1 with Bad Guy, and then Senorita took over, so she lost that number 1 spot, but that's still a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, and speaking of Sean and Camila, they had their big debut, their red carpet debut. We were speculating that they might attend the VMAs together. They didn't, but man, that performance, that steamy performance at the VMAs, and you guys might know or remember that celebrities were just shook, including Taylor Swift, who was like, oh, during the show, and then Sophie Turner was like cheering like she was at a game, and even Joe posted on his Instagram, and even BB Rexa was like, this is all too much tension and couldn't even bear to watch. But yeah, they looked awesome.
Miley performed Slide Away at the VMAs, and it was an emotional performance, and we were all looking to see how that was going to go down. But then she spent some time with Caitlyn after the show, and then people also noticed that she got a new tattoo, which was very interesting because we're all interested to see what's going to happen post-relationship. And then Liam was posting on his Instagram about his new movie coming out, and so he's focused on his career. Miley's focused on Caitlyn. And the saga continues.
Yeah. It's been a big week in celebrity news. It's been a really big week in celebrity news. But let's move on to what's happening next week.
Yes.
So we have a lot going on. It 2. If you like horror movies.
I can't see it, Susan. I can't watch it.
We should go watch it together.
Oh my, okay. And then get footage of us watching it together and put it in the show.
Yes.
Literally, scary movies scare me so much, but that's something that we probably should do. Let's put it in your calendar.
Yeah, I'm putting it in my calendar.
And let's try to do it next weekend.
Yeah.
Maybe Friday night. But it's Labor Day weekend, so I want to know, or we want to know what you're doing. Are you going to a barbecue? Are you going to a pool?
Watching Clevver News.
Right, live your best life.
Also, we have so many birthdays of our favorites this week. So Zendaya on Sunday, Jungkook of BTS, as well as Beyonce this week.
Queen Bee.
So yeah, it's a big week of birthdays.
Oh, and Caitlyn Carter.
Oh, and Caitlyn Carter too. So
Wonder what Miley's going to do for her birthday.
Ooh.
Because they sent Brody like that
that
weed
package.
gift.
So yeah.
TIFF, which is like the Toronto International Film Festival, that's where like a lot of the movies are shown that are being considered for Oscars, possibly. So
yeah.
that means award season is starting, and we're
so
excited, so freaking excited.
So freaking excited.
But well, Susan, it's over already.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us. Please leave us comments. We love reading your comments. Also, give this video a like if you had fun with us, and subscribe to Clevver News if you haven't before.
There's a hole in my straw. That's not why it's coming up. Like I was sucking and nothing was coming.
I thought you were gonna say there's a hole in my pocket.
No. Oh, and like Susan said earlier, though, make sure you go to Instagram story, tag us, and ask us a question. I mean, we would like pop culture. If you have a question about Clevver, us, feel free to ask.
Anything you want.
Just ask. You never know.
Tag in at Clevver, and you could be featured here. But you guys, thanks so much again. Have an awesome weekend, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
All right, guys. So before you go, click right over here because you might not have seen last week's episode of Lowdown. It was really good.
It was a lot of fun. And also hit that subscribe button if you haven't before. And pumpkin spice lattes are on us.
It's coming up now.
Yeah.